Good morning. Um, Apparently I'm live. I have to put that over on that screen, and now I can focus on the beauty of Sunday, July 13th, 7:36 a.m. on the year of 2025. And I think, no, not going to think much, which is good. I've got an apricot. I like apricots. This is a glimpse into the reality of my life. My real life. There's an expression now on that people use called IRL. Because there's so many people that aren't. But I've managed to maintain 1 foot, like, firmly. Ouch. In real life. My hair looks nice this morning. Some people find it some way, and other people find it another way. But don't get offended. I've got my underpants on. Not that I care, but I care about you being able to listen to this and watch this without being offended. Because what does give offense these days? Apparently, from what I can view on all the media, violence doesn't give offense at all. But nudity? Woo-hoo! Knee jerk, knee jerk, knee jerk, knee jerk, knee jerk, knee jerk. And of course, everybody says, "Oh, I'm triggered." Well, if you're triggered, you're not awake, are you, really? Somebody else is going, "Oh, now you've got a shock. Now you've got a shock." Cattle prod, cattle prod. There's something very wrong with your spirit if you get pleasure from humiliating, embarrassing, or belittling other people. Yeah, but there's something also very wrong when you don't have a sense of humor about yourself. See, I've been around a while, and I've been around, or a flat, doesn't really matter, you know, the planet that we live on, the abundant world, the different cultures, the different ways of living, the different ways of life. None of it's really that different. We all want the same thing. We all want to be loved. Nothing wrong with that. But then when it becomes, I want to be adored, adore me, I am your God, then you're in a very tricky and dangerous situation in your psyche. I want to be adored. I'm not playing a popularity contest. I never have been. I want to be heard and I want to be loved, but adored? No. I'm no different. Let's put this all at eye level, shall we? It's an eye level thing. I think if you bother to look at the, I think I'm pretty sure I put at the beginning of this a little graph, and it's just about your linear timeline and how you deal with issues and problems and how it intersects and how you deal with this issue, and you can, deal with it, and it's you going up. Or if you don't deal with it, you're in denial or you're in conflict. Well, everybody seems to be working below the line. I'm below the line financially, but then I've always been that way. I've put no credence or importance. I put no importance on money. Um, I know it's how we interact, and I have enough coming in and keep a roof over my head, food in my stomach. Oh, I just ate the food. And education, healthcare. I could witter on about that forever. What those things ought to be birthrights, but again, we're not really advanced if we're promoting a society that embraces and encourages violence, and yet doesn't encourage love, doesn't encourage kindness, empathy, compassion. Falling in love with love is falling for make believe. No, it's not. It's not, because it's simple. The simplicity of unconditional love. I was lucky enough to witness, let's think how many of us were there. Seven other people's point of view in my very near. I was driving around with 7 people who I'm very close to. I'm very, very close to 4 of them, 3 of them. But to see them having to be in conflict, and how they deal with being different from each other when they're not really different from each other at all. They're just having their human experience. But the way in which they interacted, it was right on the edge of conflict all the time, right on that edge. Everybody's pushing themselves into, it's my day, it's my day, it's my, it's my turn, it's me, and there was a lot of meing yesterday, which was fun. I mean, it's fun for me to witness, but at the same time, there was one person there who was celebrating their special birthday, right? So, of course, we all catered to that a little more than we did anybody else's, but there was still this battle going on, and I was like, why can't we just all have fun? I was dancing and having a laugh. But in the end, because I spent many hours in the company of those wonderful human beings who I love dearly, I felt myself getting agitated. And I didn't have the ability, because I was the driver, designated driver, because I'm drinking and having fun, going to the beach and all that good stuff. I didn't have the ability to extricate myself from that group. So I felt myself getting slightly, I'll use the word triggered, but it's not triggered. It's all, that's too easy. I felt myself wanting to contribute a better solution to conflict or control. But of course, that would make me controlling, you see, especially seeing as I was seen as the elder of the party and the driver and the sensible one. So it was a very difficult, but I handled it situation. And God, my nose is running today. You know, I've got I think I'm upside down. My nose runs and my feet smell. It's, my nose should smell, my feet should run. I don't do any running. What am I running from? Anyway, just yeah. But it was really, I mean, I'm keeping this little chat today a little bit on the personal side. I'm not going to name names, but it's my sphere of influence over those that I love that's concerning me most, because they're ones I want to help protect from that which is going on in the world. And some of them don't want my protection at all. I mean, it's pretty obvious. They don't want my ideas. They don't want my help. They want to use me as their driver, their handyman, their go-to guy. You know, if things go pear-shaped, we can always rely on him. You know, to me, it's like, okay, there has to be a little more of a two-way street in this situation. There has to be, you know, a definite two-way street. But it's not, oh, I do this for you, so you do this for me. No, 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 no. I don't want to get into that bullshit. I do it because I want to, and I'm going to continue doing it regardless of how they react. But I would like to see just a little reciprocation. That's all. Just some reciprocation. I have lots of friends who are triggered by many, many, many things. One of the things which was in particular illuminated a little yesterday was public service. I thought I was providing it's not a public service, but a service to my group of chickens. And it was underappreciated. And then we went to several places where, well, a few places where we were in a situation where other people were serving us, and how they've changed their way of giving service to us. So it's hard. I mean, it's really difficult at the moment for a lot of people who are being pushed into service industry work when they really are not suited to public service work, you know, customer service for sure. I mean, have you ever been to, I don't know, any of the places, the doctors, the stores, the shops, the been on the phone with technical support, you know, waiters, waitresses. But have you ever been in a situation? I mean, I've noticed that probably over the last 10 years, there's been a major shift away from the customer's always right. In fact, there's been a sort of training program slipped into place that makes it seem like the customer's always wrong. There's no wrong and right in this situation. There's master and slave. But what you want is your slave to tug his forelock and say, yes, sir, whatever you say, sir. I'll get you whatever you want, sir. Well, that's a dangerous situation too, because for years we've had master and slave as our bigger paradigm, bigger picture, how we interact. I mean, sure, if they're getting paid well and they have a good job and they're providing a service, they should do it graciously, but they're not being paid well. They're not in a job ideally suited to their personality. And so you have to take into account that these people are probably as disappointed as you are in their service. They're as disappointed in their lives, in their life choices, as we are with their service. And so you have to go to that place of kindness. I was served some food. The food arrived. It was completely wrong. I'd already ordered from the same guy. The guy who delivered my food to the table wasn't the guy who took my order. But he was very nice, the guy who took my order and took everybody's order. And he was very detail oriented because there were a few things, because I have some dietary specifications that I wanted to make little tweaks of this dish. And anyway, the wrong dish came out, completely different. So I waved at him, and a few people on the table who actually work in service industry or have been in service to humanity went, "No, don't say anything, just eat it." And I'm like, no, sorry, it's okay. But I called the guy over who took my order and I said, "I think there was a mistake made here because of this and this, that I made changes. And you remember talking to me and taking out?" He said, "Oh gosh, yeah, I'm really sorry. They seem to have messed up." Okay. And I said, "That's fine." I said, "Just, give me what I ordered." And so he took the plate away and he was back within a few minutes. It wasn't a difficult dish. But anyway, we brought it back and it was as it was supposed to be, and it was perfect. And I said, he said, "I'm really sorry." And I said, no, it's okay. It was a mess up. That's all, the things happen. And then everybody around the table were like, "Oh, that was a good interaction." But their fear was that the guy was going to be offended. So they're preempting somebody else's offense at me actually expecting something that I ordered to arrive, which is like, where are we? Anyway, end of the story. We finished the meal and all that stuff, and we got up and left and had some fun. But when the bill came, he came over and he said, your salad was complimentary. It was my mistake." And I was like, "That's fine. It's okay. Thank you very much." It wasn't me complaining that got it put right. It was an acknowledgement of the order being messed up. So it was nobody really. I don't want to be pointing fingers at anybody. It's not that I sat there and complained. I just said, "Oh, this is not what I ordered." But the people around the table were like, "Ooh, you shouldn't say that." And it's like, how are we going to get to the point in this bigger society? I'm going to zoom right out. If we don't expect something better, right? Something you ordered. I ordered a beautiful, abundant life full of adventure and excitement, and I got it. I got what I ordered. It's not perfect, but it's what I ordered. An exciting life, the best human life you can have, which is to wake up in the morning feeling happy or happy-ish. I mean, you don't have to wake up going, "Yeah," but wake up feeling happy and within your own world of perception. What you perceive to be in this world is your perception. It's nothing more, it's nothing less. So if you want more, create more. If you want less, create less. If you want to be, which is far more important to me, calm and collected in your thoughts, then you have to go inside and work it out. I know I wore a shirt yesterday. I don't think anybody. Oh, I know. I'm leaning against it. I probably should put one on because people do get offended by me showing my body, which is ridiculous. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, there's a, you know, I mean, it's super hot here. If it wasn't hot, I'd be bundled up and I'd be putting clothes on, of course. But it's fucking hot, so I'm going to wear what makes me comfortable. I even, for the graciousness of being on this program with you, I even kept my underpants on, or put underpants on, to be honest. This is a shirt I can't see. You are, yeah. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? Do you? Because if you don't, it's like, come on, you got to love you more. If you love you, you can love others. But if you don't love you, you're going out there not loving, coming from a place of disappointment all the time. You're always going to be disappointed. Stop being angry at the world for not being what you want from the world. Just go out and get it. It's there. I know somebody who's been living in a place for many, 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 many years that they admitted they hated. They hated. And I said, well, why don't you move? It is that simple. Just move. This is the other slogan on the back of the shirt. It is professing. Well, it's part of my music too, but this is just things that I want people to understand. Make your own fucking rules. Stop clinging to what everybody else thinks you should do. Find your own way. Trust your instincts. Commit to your own voice. I mean, sure. If you want to be miserable, disappointed, and angry at the world, that's what you'll be. But don't expect anything back from that, because there's nothing there, is there? There's nothing to build on. There's nothing there. You're saying it's shit, it's all shit, and I'm done with it. What a load of crap. You're not really living. What you're doing is you're saying, I give up. Poor me. Oh, no. No. Life is for the living. It really, truly is. It's for the living. You got to get out there and do it and enjoy it. It's a gift. All right. You know that's why it's called the present, don't you? Live it now. It's a gift, a present, the present. Everything you thought was isn't anymore. Everything you think will be is a dream, which is good. It's good to dream. But this is the present. If you want something, be it. And I want love and peace. So there you go. I love you. That's my little pontification for this morning. Excuse me. Oh, bit of housekeeping. Tunnel Mental, one word. Bandcamp is the site. Excuse me. The website that I'd like you to buy my music from. Most of it's up there, or as much as I can. Most of it's up there for pay your own price or name your own price. If you can afford what you think is of value to you, that's great. If you can afford to pay for it, pay for it. If you don't want to pay for it, it's there to free download. I would like it if you paid something so as I could keep drinking coffee. Yeah. Okie doke. Well, happy Sunday. I love you. Look up Tunnel Mental, listen to my music, listen to my art, listen to me waffling on at the screen. I put a long story on there that was part of a dream, which was a very, very vivid dream. It's not very good quality audio wise, but it's listenable. You can hear the words. But yeah, to get money back to me, Bandcamp is, I put it in the description. All right. Oh, actually, I'll put it in the chat too. Maybe it'll come up in the. No, it won't. Nobody here, but I'll put it in there anyway. Ha ha ha. Tunnelmentalbandcamp.com. Right, that's it. Housekeeping done. Now I'm going to finish my second cup of coffee and get on with the day. It's happy Sunday. Love you. Bye. Ending stream. There's a dove that sits out there now, reminding me to be out there with peace. There you go.